Yo, what's up? You've tuned in to another edition of Movie Code with Dave. I'm Dave. I'm the host here. But you already know that. Well, today's going to be another cool one. Nothing really serious today. Just something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. It's kind of personal to me. Maybe this will, touch something in you. I don't know. I don't know if you people are pet people. But I'm a big dog person. And I want to talk about how much love and affection dogs, especially, cats too, but more dogs, what they give you and that what you can't give them in return. That's what we're going to talk about today. So stick around. Okay, so in April, middle of April, I lost my very best friend in the entire world. This being was very, very special to me in ways that I can't even describe. This being wasn't human, and that's such a good thing because no human could ever be as good as this being was. This was my dog, Ribbette. She was a Jack Russell Terrier. One of the most smartest creatures you'll ever meet. She was an exceptional dog that was loved by so many and has sparked so many to rescue and bring a pet into their home. I can't count how many dogs were adopted and taken into loving homes after they've met Ribbette for a few times. And once people knew her and knew how special she was, everybody wanted a little piece of that. I was lucky enough to have it for 15 years. Those are my other two. You'll see them in a little bit. I actually have 4. But I want to specifically talk about the love and affection that Ribbette gave me. I suffer from anxiety. I suffer in silence with it. I don't really talk about it much. I don't post about it or really only a few people know this. And now everybody does, but only a few people knew this, how bad it really is at times. To the point of panic attacks. When I was younger, I would end up in the hospital over these things because thought I was going to die. And it was real. These things were so real. These panic attacks and anxiety and always worrying about everything. Well, she knew these things. She would have a certain way of coming up to me. She would just know I was anxious. She would come up to me, she'd put her head underneath me and just pop my hands up so that I would focus on her and make sure that my focus was her. And it worked every time. 15 years of every time I raised my voice or she saw me shaking or anything, she would always find the way to comfort me. I miss that incredibly. I miss that so incredibly. I'm very lucky that we got my other dog, Coda, when we did. And it gave my dog, Ribbette, almost 2 full years to teach her how to be a dog. Teach her how to be, my dog. She has a lot of her in her. My Coda. She's her own person. She's her own entity, her own being. She's very defiant, and she makes her own decisions. She'll consider what you're asking her. For the most part, she'll do it, but you can see she's making a physical decision in her head whether she wants to listen to you or not. Such a sweet, caring dog too. And she has this knack ever since my little ribs passed to take over that spot, which was, I have to say, it was almost within a week. 2 weeks, she started coming up to me and some anxiety, and she's pushing me the same way Ribbit did. Now she's following me every place that I go. I can't go to the bathroom without my dogs coming in there with me. But I love it. I wouldn't trade my dogs for any other dogs in the entire world. I wouldn't trade the special relationship that I have with my dogs for any relationship with any human being. I can tell you that right now. I'd pick dogs over human beings every single day because they're angels. They're absolute angels. They are complete angels. There's nothing malicious or bad intent that comes from them unless trained that way. Most dogs want to love and be adored and pet and enjoyed, and they just want to be your friend. And I have a special relationship with them, and I understand them, which is kind of creepy and weird, but I do. I know what they want to do, and they don't have to speak to me for me to understand that. If you have pets out there and you're really close to your pet, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. There's some things in the Bible which, I personally don't agree with the book. I believe in God and I love my religion and I believe in God and all of that, but I don't believe in the book. Because in this book, it says at one point that animals have no souls. And, they're soulless. That is the biggest lie in the crock of shit I've ever heard. Ever. And there's a lot of crock of shit out there, and I've exposed a bunch of that. But they most definitely have the most shining, beautiful, loyal, golden, pure souls that anything could possibly have on this earth or in this universe. Nothing is as loyal and loving as a dog. They give you everything. Completely give you everything. A couple of pets on the head, maybe a hug and a kiss, and you have made... That's amazing. And every time you walk out the door and you come back, it's like the first time they've ever seen you again. That part of my day is probably the most important part of my day. When I come home from work and my dogs are greeting me at the door and they're jumping up and down and they're scratching the door, and I'm like, no, don't scratch the damn door. But then they're jumping all over you, and I got 4 of them that will tackle you and just drive you to the ground and kiss you and hug you and rub up against you. They just want to be next to you. So I run home after work. Not because I just want to get home. It's because I just want to get to my dogs. I just want to be here with them. I feel so much at peace with them. They're right here next to me laying down because Tanis and Coda never leave my side. Wookie and Timber are Mama's boys. And they'll come down for some love, and they love me too. They're all about me. And when Mama's around, it's I'm second fiddle. He'll be all right, kind of thing. But not with my girls. Not with my... That's my Wookie upstairs barking. Not my girls. Not my Coda and Tanis. These two have been special too. Tanis is pretty new. We got her because of my broken heart. And I wanted to honor my best friend with opening up my home to another one. I know, like, man, the heartache, I know. I was a disaster. For weeks, I'm still not right. I miss her with everything. It's unbelievable how much I miss this little 15-pound dog. I'd do about anything to get her back and have a little bit more. 15 years, they say that's about average life expectancy for a Jack Russell Terrier. I still feel like I was cheated about 5 years. So there's that. But I also feel if you keep talking about them and you always mention their name, Keep posting pictures of them. Keep bringing them up in subjects. Always talk about them. You immortalize them. You bring them to life every time you talk about them. You can do this with people as well. We're not talking about people. We're talking about the most loving creature on the planet Earth, and that's a dog. I'm going to introduce you to a couple of my dogs on this podcast. I'll show you some pictures of the other ones. Maybe I can get the other two to come over here and just say hi to you. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, if you could find a way to open your home and your heart to a dog. There's plenty of strays. There's plenty of elderly dogs. You know, I know the puppy thing is great, and it is. It's wonderful. But there's a lot of elderly dogs and mid-aged dogs and, a couple of year old dogs that really can show you so much love, and they can change your life. You just allow it to happen. Their work. I mean, 4 dogs is a lot of work, but it's such good work. It's such good work. It makes me feel good. I'm a better dog dad now than I was 10 years ago. And I'm getting better and better every day. And I love these furry babies with all my heart. They get a little scratch and freaking out. A little cough, and I'm just, thank God my wife's a vet. That's one of the reasons why we can have 4 dogs and 2 cats. And the little cats, Scuttle and Jinx, baby Jinx. They all of them get along. It's wild in my house, but we have the room here, and we can facilitate these animals with no problem, and they bring so much joy to us, all of them. So much joy. My vacations, my life, my traveling, what I do, where I go, how I shop, is always revolved around my dogs. My wonderful, wonderful dogs. And that's never going to change. I just felt like today I wanted to talk about them. I talk about other stuff all the time, and I can get really deep into it and, with all, but I'm trying to get people to actually know who I am a little bit, and the way you can know me a little bit is maybe know me through how I am with my dogs, and what kind of person I am with them. I have an Instagram account if you guys want to check it out. It's called A Dog's Best Life 12. It is nothing but my dogs. There's no people in it. People suck, so why would you put people in that? It's just dogs. You might catch a hand or a face here and there, but it may be a cameo. This is to feature my dogs and how wonderful of a life we're all going to have together. We're going to document it all the way through. We're going to go back and we're going to see it. And we're going to live and love and laugh. That's why I still post pictures of my recently passing over the Rainbow Bridge Ribbette. Because I bring her back to life every time I speak her name. I bring her back to life every time I post a picture. Every time I grab her ashes that I have in a little paw. In a necklace that's over my car. I've had people make us wonderful gifts. Because they know how heartbroken me and my wife have been over it. I have a pillow that is made in her image and made just like her, almost looks like her. It's unbelievable, But when she did go, she left a legacy. A legacy of help these other animals. Look what I did. Because of me, you sparked 10 to 15 different other people getting animals. Is sharing their lives with them. And I will continue to do that in your name, my little mama. I love you, Ribbette. So go out there and adopt a dog. It'll be the best thing you've ever done. I can guarantee you. They will be your best friend, your confidant, loyal, protective, and loving. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. See these guys? Coda Bear. What you doing, baby girl? And that's my little Tanis over there. See her? For Tanis, come here. Say hi to people out there. You're famous. Well, not really. But you're kinda. Let's see. These are my two girls. They're my heart. They're my soul. They're the reason why I come home and can't wait to get here every day. They're the best. Flat out. So with that said, thank you for tuning in to another edition of Moving Forward with Dave. Now, this was to talk about just my dogs, but it's my podcast. That's what I want to talk about. So, God bless you. God bless America. Remember, only in the truth will you move forward. And the truth is, get yourself a dog. You'll be better for it.